This is Jesus Manuel Menagarza for RV and Travel Adventures. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing in my RV. I'm upgrading my solar on my RV on two fronts. One, I'm adding a 200-watt solar panel on the roof. I currently have a 190-watt, so I'll have a 190-watt and a 200-watt, so both of them will be seen as essentially 190-watt panels. So I'm going to put those up on the roof in parallel, and that's the plan. My wife's going to help me lift the panel via two ladders. She's going to hold it up and we're going to put it on the top of the ladder, and then we're going to lift it on the roof and install it. But right now, today I am upgrading my charge controller from my piece of crap that they gave me from the folks at Rockwood Lite. That absolute piece of crap. PWM charge controller by the folks at GoPower. Again, a piece of crap. And I'm going to be upgrading it to a Victron MPPT 130 charge controller. So that should be pretty nice. It doesn't fit into the space as readily as the PWM by the folks at GoPower, but I'm going to make do and show you what I'm up to. Let me just show you real fast here. Let me just show you what I got here going on. I'm going to turn on the camera. So here's my bedroom. In my RV, there's my chairs, and there's my bed. And on top of my bed, I got a bunch of stuff for this project, and it's being lit by those windows over there. There's no electricity in there currently. I have this Presiva hexagonal. Again, it's a crimper, and the kit comes with. Let me open this up. Various stuffs. This one seems to be the one that works. The yellow one seems to work pretty good. And again, it crimps and makes these nice little ferrules that I think work perfectly. And comes in different sizes. Pretty straightforward. I covered up because I have a bad habit in my old age of knocking over things, which is pretty sad. And again, this is the Presiva hex ferrule. They come in square or hex. I wanted to get the hex. So this is the model S016-6. Does 28 to 5 gauge wire. Here's a wire stripper. I just thought I'd bring it along for the trip. But I'm using this wire stripper by the folks at Klein Tools, and it's my wire stripper. I've been stripping wire with it. Here's my kitchen scissors for the RV. They're always functional. They're again kitchen scissors. And then I have some wire cutters. Here's some wire cutters, and that seems to work out pretty good. I have this Klein again, and no, this is Milwaukee. I have various screwdrivers. This is a screwdriver that I've been using for odds and ends, and this little electric screwdriver by the folks at Black & Digger, rechargeable. Here's some tools by the folks at Sunway Solar Power Cable Wire Kit, and it has various tools to attach MC4s and detach. So this is my splitter I'm going to put on the roof. This is going to go into the gland that has the MC4 connections, and then it's going to come out and split to solar panel 1 and solar panel 2, both positives and negatives. By the way, the solar panel I have in the back here is pretty good. I like it quite a bit. Let me show you some of the specs on it. I can't, it's upside down, but whatever. You can read it sideways, can't you? It's by the folks at Echo Power, and it's a 200 watt panel. And these go out pretty good. This little MC4s go out about, you know, good 18 inches. So 18 inches plus an additional distance from there should work out pretty good. When I received the solar panel about a week and a half ago, I connected to my BLUETTI portable power station, see if it actually worked, and I checked the polarity, stuff like that, and it works perfectly fine. Since then, I've attached these feet to go on the roof. And of course, today I'm supposed to receive the butyl tape that'll go right here. And of course, on the other side, I'm going to put some lap sealant, specifically for RV roofs. So what do you think? Again, leave your kind and friendly comments below. This is my charge controller. It's a smart solar charge controller by the folks at Victron. And one thing I did notice is that this is actually quite heavy. Shockingly heavy. It looks small in the catalog, but it's actually quite heavy. So I'm going to attach the solar, you know, battery and the solar panels to this. Okay. Here's a screwdriver that actually fits in there. I actually tried some of these other screwdrivers, this one and that one, and didn't fit in there. I actually needed some skinny screwdriver. So that's it. And there's a schematic I downloaded from the BLUETTI site, and so I can see where everything goes and how it looks, etc., etc. And here's the information about the AccuPower solar panel, HY200-12 MB, 200 watt. So here's some more information in case you want to pause the video and look at what I got. Okay, let me put this over here. Of course, I have various screws, stuff like that. This is the part that's going to be a bit unusual for a lot of individuals. Here's a little circuit breaker. I circled in red just to remind myself: on, off, on, off. So I've already made some nice crimps, and it fits in there very nicely, those yellow ones. And I've tested it out, and I got some extra wire here. I'll probably only need about this much. Okay. And again, I already have the rail to hold that circuit breaker on-off switch back there. Okay. I've taped these items together, and there's my PWM by the folks at GoPower. Yes, I wish this was towards the front of my RV next to the batteries. Maybe eventually I can always disconnect this, splice those wires together, and find where I can put it up in the front in the pass-through storage. But that's a dream of mine. But right now I can place it right here. Here's the unusual part for a lot of you folks. This is a piece of plywood. Again, a piece of plywood that I've finished with lacquer, get several coats, and then I sanded, and I sanded some more. And it's a nice clear piece of, relatively clear piece, not perfect. It has some issues, but it's for my purposes. And since I'm not in a showcase, I'm going to put this over my hole right there, the hole, and I'm gonna see if I can put it this way. No, it goes this way. It goes this way, and then it's going to cover that hole. I'm going to move this, of course, to the right, and I'm not going to screw it into this wall because this wall is about I think it's about a 1/16 of an inch thick, and these holes that I placed with this thing are already starting to deteriorate. Okay, so let me. So what I got to do is I'm going to screw that on there, so it's going to have a nice bite. So I'm going to screw that in there with some small screws. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then eventually after I do some gather some data. I'll put a hole right about here where the wires come through here and go through here and connect to these wires. And I've been doing some labeling of my wires. P plus is panels plus, B plus is batteries plus and batteries minus. And I've been making some labels, cheap labels, and they seem to be, this is a plastic. And for a while there I was using one felt pen and it sort of smeared. And then I found another felt pen that worked a lot better and did not smear. Very nice. So after I get this in there, this goes in there. This is going to go to the charge controller, and this is going to go to the panels. And again, it's going to be a fuse. On, off, on, off, on, off. And how do I attach this to the wall? How am I going to attach this to the wall? I'm going to put Velcro on the back. And I have Velcro right here. Various Velcro strips. I have tons of different Velcro. So I'm going to give it some serious, Velcro that can hold 10 pounds on the back of my board. So at any time I can take off, lift off, turn off the fuse, do whatever I need to do, and do some stuff back there. At least that's what I think I'm going to do. Okay. I was thinking about using some heat shrink, but this seems to work out pretty good. This nobody should be able to, unless they're, get shocked by that. And also, that's going to be like similar over here when I connect it to this. When it's connected there, this should be pretty safe, I think. I could be wrong. Again, I should be safe. I have various zip ties that connect to these little that slip through these little stickers, and I'm gonna use about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them to attach different wires to my wall. So that back there is this. So should work out pretty good. What do you think? And again, that's a die hool. This is a die hool. Let me give you the product number in case you want to get one for yourself. I have a similar version of that has coming out MC4s, and I have it between my portable power generator, portable power station, and my panels, my portable powers. I have some panels, very nice, 220 watt panels, and I can turn them on and turn them off, and it's waterproof. So there I am. What do I have here? Oh, I have my meter, my 12 volt meter, my meter for alternating current. It's my voltmeter, as they call it. My gloves, and in my little case there, I have some electric gloves, and so that's where I'm at. And here's the stickers I use to bond. There you go. Let me grab a couple. There we are. So these are the VHB tape. Let me get some light here. VHB tape, double-sided tape. That's how I attached that on there. That back there, and I've left it there for 24 hours, and it seems to be pretty good. So that's my project. Again, my wife finishes the semester at the University of Teaching tomorrow. It's graduation on a Saturday, and she's going to be back, and she's going to help me put this. What I need her help for is to put this on the roof. So I'll put 2 ladders on the outside. I'll help her lift it up to the top of one of the ladders, and I'll go to the other ladder and call it good. So what do you think of my tools? What do you think of my plans? Think I'm an idiot? Think I'm fabulous? Think I'm trying my best with what limited skills I have, etc., etc. So this is my RV, my Rockwood Mini Lite 2205S, 2022 edition. Let me turn around the camera. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you found it useful, interesting. Again, I'm not gonna show me building this thing because it's I have to focus. At 73 and a half years old, I have to focus on every single item, like turning off the 12-volt power, like disconnecting the shore power, like disconnecting all fuses, like not dropping the solar panel, you know, stuff like that. Minor details, minor details. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful, gave you some ideas. Again, a lot of you out there are much better at solar, you know, panel installations and integration in RVs and upgrades. A lot of you. But for, you know, I'm by myself here in Fort Worth, Texas. I have two brothers who lived in Silicon Valley. My brother Peter, he passed away about 1.5 years ago. He's an electrician. He could help me. My brother Johnny, who lived in Florida, in Jacksonville, and I helped him get back to San Jose so he can go to a home down there. He's in a home right now, and he's somewhat there. But I wouldn't ask him to do anything remotely involving cognitive, you know, analysis, you know, thinking, processing, because he's, again, not all the way there anymore. So I have to do this by myself. My neighbor this side is a musician. His wife, she's the local Karen. That person over there, the doctor, is always traveling and teaching at the university locally, and medical professional, and his partner is a nice guy, but not there. He's probably in Portland right now. He has another house in Portland. So this is my job and my job alone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have the time, leave your kind and friendly comments below. Again, like, subscribe, and share. Leave your kind and friendly comments below. And don't forget, I have links in the description to all these products. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do right now for the next half hour. Put together this video and all the different lists of products that I'm using, that I purchased with my own cash. Very nice, very nice. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to ring the bell for future notifications. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.